the affordable housing market update for the Northwest Atlanta metro area. We're going to be primarily going around Lake Alatoona, and we're going to go to Canton and Jasper up north, and we're going to go down to Ackworth and through Woodstock and up 75 to Cartersville and a couple on Adairsville this week. We're going to go all the affordable housing options under $400,000. Try to keep it under $350,000. And these are going to be your primary things you're going to see on the market if you are looking to buy an investment property or personal property. So this is from the point of view of an investor. So we're going to go be a little focus on value here and where are your opportunities to get the best bang for your buck in real estate. And we're going to go over strategies and what I'm seeing in the market right now. So let's go in. I almost forgot. Today we are going to go over the solds first, and then we are going to go into the new on markets, and then some oldies if I have the time today. Some days I get pretty talkative. And we are going to go as a normal layout when I get into the new on markets. We're going to go up from the north. And I think I got my mirror image wrong, but we're going to start up in Canton or Jasper and work our way down under the lake and back up 75. So if you're looking for, say, Adairsville and Cartersville, you just want to go to the later half of that. You'll probably be able to see my mouse moving around on the thing if you forward your way through it. All right, so let's go ahead and get into, I wanted to start off this week. I'm going to do a video of solds, or I just want to show you what the MLS looks like. I can't show you a lot of the information on here, but so I'm going to go over everything under $400,000. We're going to go closed. 0 to 7. Everything that's in the last 7 days. This is going to give you an idea of what the market's looking like. And we are going to pick Pickens County, Cherokee County, Georgia, and Bartow. All right, we're going to go 14 properties have sold in the last week, and all this area is under $400,000. Yeah, you're gonna see a whole lot more coming when we go over the new to market. This is a good idea of why it's a good time to buy. It's not always a good time to buy for everybody. So let's go into these results. Now, not only are we looking at, I'm gonna go to my preferred listing method, and we're gonna do more on page. All right, what do we got? Originally listed for $300,000, 15 days on market, sold for $10,000 off, $9,000 off with the closing costs. Here we are, 329 on market for 2 days, sold for 234. That was something weird. That one, don't use that one as a point of reference. This one was on the market for 6 days. They got $3,500 off. 369 on the market for less than 3 weeks. Went for 355 minus 2,500 in closing costs. So 325. But look at that. And what's that? $50,000 off. No, 355. $15,000 off. 393 got. After 2 months, you got $12,000 off, and this one got $16,000 off. These must have been sold together, I think. So this one was they priced under market. That's a good pricing strategy. And there's one on here in the new on market today. It just caught my eye. And I think they're doing the opposite, or they are doing that exact same thing. Sorry. I think this is one they might have been doing the opposite, which I don't know why. When you price it high and just want to offer it for 234 for 2 days, sounds like something shady to me, honestly. So 269 on the market, just over 2 weeks, 230,000. So $39,000 cheaper. It's crazy. 399. They got $10,000 off in 4 days. So they're trying to make a full price offers. This one is 340 they were asking. In 3 weeks they got it they sold it for 310. 14 days. This one was brand new on market. 345. Then someone offered 330 and $10,000. So they offered $25,000 below asking price in the on the 4th day we're under contract. Isn't that crazy? That one was at list for as of 2 days. So this one started at 389. They ended up getting it for 357. So that's what, $30,000 off. So that's I want to be. There aren't many buyers. So look at that. We got 14. All I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this criteria. Still, what's happened in 7 days? But I want to see the new on markets that are in the things that just listed in the last 7 days. 45. There are not many buyers out, guys. This is what's called a buyer's market. When you go over, is it a good time to buy? I'm gonna make a video on that, on why it could be a horrible time to buy and why it's actually a really good time to buy. You do not have much competition among buyers right now. They are not getting many offers, trust me. So look at this. These are all the new stuff. We're gonna go over these here in just a little bit so you can get the opportunities. And actually, I realized I cut off. I usually do some of these Cobb County ones right down here, but I don't think I had them in my search today. But that's just to give you an idea. So I think, are we ready to dive into the new on markets? I think, right? All right. Let's do that. Alrighty. Let's look. We are in Redfin. You can use any of these you want. This is just one I like. I started using it years ago because they had better data at the time, and I think they're all the same now. This is everything under 400. I highlighted all these little hearts what we're going to go over. So we're starting at the top, and we're going to go down and 575, and we're going to go back up 75. Okay. We are starting off in downtown Jasper, 310. Cute little 3-1. So this is, I think, near downtown Jasper, right? Just a short walk from the heart of downtown. Corner lot, look. I just pick up things that catch my eye. I don't look at them. So what do I see as far as opportunity wise? So we're near downtown Jasper. If you trim these things up, it's going to look a whole lot better. You're probably going to need a new roof in the relatively near term. But like to make this house pop a whole lot better, you just trim this whole house up and add a little bit of accent paint maybe on this door or something. This house is going to look so much better. And get rid of that awning. Lordy, get rid of that awning. Yeah, I think that's going to make this house look a lot better. And I bring that up because just because the house doesn't show well now doesn't mean when you sell it, it won't show well. This is going to be a really cute house so far. Let's see it. Let's take a closer look at what we got. We got our old AC unit. And they bricked in access. So you got to do that trimming. Sorry. Right there. That's where we see. That's where the old crawl space. Look at it. Close that up. So we want to see how they're going to get in there. And you see a little bit of work. A little bit of work means a good bit of money oftentimes. So this, this is a corner lot. That's why it looks a little different. And if you ever wanted, you can close in your garage. I said when I worked in Atlanta a lot of the common things to do were to, I don't like that tree there, that ivy covered tree. I just noticed that. Okay, trim up all these bushes. It's going to make this house pop out a whole lot more. Let's see what kind of condition we got on this baby on the inside. Oh, and in Atlanta, one of the common things to do was to do in the garage, make it finish it off. We don't really do that much outside of the city of Atlanta. People like have a place to put their cars and stuff. In the city, you make sacrifices to have more square footage on the inside. So they cleaned it up, so they're trying to make it look nice. You can tell by the fancy little lines in the carpet. So they're trying to make it look good. I would have spent that money that they spent cleaning it, or if they did it themselves, trimming up them bushes in the front. Obviously, it's not to most people's current style. So one of the things I don't like about painting cabinets is actually painting the doors. But since we're just painting the boxes, this should be pretty easy. You can paint those white and change out those hardware. You're gonna be looking a lot better. We got some good opportunity on this one. Change out you don't need to change out the flooring right now. You put some rugs down. I think if you do that, this place is gonna look a lot better. And obviously the wallpaper at the top is not gonna be the preferred. Okay, you got washer in the garage. What do we got here for electrical? Well, it's not to modern code. You need to cover this up too. You got wait. That's the supply line. Lordy. You want to cover that up. You shouldn't have to move it. I mean, it's not the code. That should be down further down, because it's hard to get into that right there. But yeah, that might be a source of concern for sure. But it's there, it works. It's not gonna, you wouldn't pass code. Lordy, I don't know what to say. Get rid of that wallpaper. You can do like glazing in the cans. You can get it done. You can just make to get rid of that line for the most part. I don't know. They like their tile though. I've never quite seen the outside of the tub done like that. Maybe it's just the thing you want though. Maybe it's just the thing. I think this thing might be bigger. See, all these plants right around the house, you got to get rid of them. Especially if you can't get into the crawl space. Am I repeating? Okay. I didn't even read what the description said, did I? So yeah, spacious family. Oh, natural light. I think this is a good opportunity. Right here. This is going to be one of my favorites. Let's double check that we're near downtown. Yeah, it's not bad. I'm liking this one. 99 East Cellar Street. If you want to take a look at it, take a look at it. Let me know. I want to see that one. Investment opportunity inside the city of Jasper. 2-1 zone commercial, making it ideal for residential, business, or investment purposes. Hey, you can live in there and have a business in there. This is obviously a little bit rougher condition. Are they not even going to show us the inside? Okay, now we're inside. That weird paneling. What could we do to make this? I kind of like that chandelier, actually. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it to get the best resale value, but they definitely are a fan of their hanging lights, which is cool. To each their own. I like that they went with their style. But definitely you could do a lot of this kind. As you can tell, this isn't the most inviting place. They like their drinking. Place where I used to live in Virginia, they always had the liquor stores were all like state run, and they'd always give away all the boxes. So whenever time you were moving, everyone just went to the liquor store and they'd give you all the boxes. The ABC store. which is the state-run liquor stores. And so every time I'd be moving, it'd just be moving all these boxes of liquor. Funny look. So this thing's a little bit rough. It's 235. It's priced accordingly. It's bigger, but you're gonna be needing to do some more work in this one. It's definitely got some opportunity. I didn't even see exactly where it was in the map, because as it's early in the morning here. Okay, we're a little bit further out than the last one. I like that other one better. This still has some good opportunity. See, it's a little bit further out. But it's pricey, it's bigger. And you know, for whatever, if you put in, what's that, $85,000 into that, you know, you might much prefer that. But they say location, location, location. Here's another 320 for 2-1. This looks like it's done, ready for you. So this doesn't give you an idea of what the other ones. The other one's a 3-1, which is a little bit bigger. I think that brick one has a lot more appeal to it. So this is what this looks like a nice one. Probably like is what a renovated house in that area would go for. It seems about right. You know, you're gonna pay a premium if you want all this stuff done for you. Love that yard. I love that yard. I think I went over this one last week, so it's probably been on the market for like 7 days. Look at that. Most houses, yeah, see, it's perfect. But you're gonna pay top dollar for it, and that's fair price. I think that's gonna go relatively fast. I bet it's been on 7 days. It was on last week. So I pull my list on Thursday, the day before. This. Oh no, don't tell me okay. Thought I messed everything up. What's this one? 300. Oh yeah, this one said it was 2 properties or something. I didn't look into this one. This looks like a lot of work. I think this one is going to be sitting for a while. There's a reason I didn't highlight that one. It says 2 houses on it, and they don't show you 2 houses. One of the key things when you're looking at listings, don't go by what they're showing you. Think of what they're not showing you. Well, I didn't even look at the. Yeah, I did see that one before, and I didn't check that one for a reason. $300,000 downtown ball ground. I think I went over this one. No, I didn't go over this one last week. No. Let's see what we got. Little town house, and what's the HOA? 106 a month, not bad, especially if they have outdoor maintenance. But not gonna. It's a lot of mulch. What in the world? There must be some type of issue with the yard here. So obviously this shape is not ideal. I don't know. Hopefully it's not the HOA, but you know, see you got these plants right here. You make that, you know, conform it more to that. And obviously I think this whole layout kind of sucks. And see, it just looks weird. So you want it to, you don't want it, I guess you could do it over there. But you make it like a cool little shape that goes to highlight to here, because you want to focus everybody to your house. Make a cool little line right there, make that grass or something else. But you want to make this like a line that brings everybody's eye. See, this brings your eye to the door. You want this to like bring your eye to here, so then you follow up that way. It's going to be a lot more appealing. So just that little bit of landscaping is going to help that your curb appeal a whole lot. What do we got? See, it's nice on the inside. Nice. Kind of weird that the TV's off center. But hey, so is mine. Oh, excuse me. Hopefully I remember to edit that one out. I probably won't. I'll try to. But after this, I usually get hungry. And I was like, ah, just post it, so it'll be like 30 minutes, like an hour from now. Nice. I'm liking this one. So I think if you do those, so this was in down. Eek. So having had kids with bunk beds, changing those sheets is not fun. And obviously not everyone wants those in their house. And if you actually build them in there, so they got like screws in the floor, assumedly. You know. You're gonna have to take those out. Most people are. This is fine. I mean, it's not the what I would choose exactly, but you know, it looks a lot better. The ones in the front just make it look like. First of all, you know, get those plants away from your house. Get those shrubs away, please. No, I'm a broken record on that one, but so I assume I don't know what they have to pay for, what the HOA pays for, but so maybe you can't change that, but that landscaping is, oh my gosh. Oh, I know exactly where that is. I'm glad they did that, but that's why they did that. A lantern walk. Sounds dangerous if you got a walking lantern. Alrighty. Okay, so where are I thought I had something in Waleska. Oh, that was yeah, I didn't even click that one. That one looks that's probably the values in the land. I want to highlight some of the lower price opportunities that you can get into a house up here. And it's not and obviously I'm not gonna get into the interest rates. They are what they are. But that doesn't mean it's still not a good time to buy. There are great deals being done every day, and there are horrible deals being done every day. Depends on your situation primarily, but really, you know, they call it a buyer's market because the buyers have the advantage. Everyone thinks it's because it's like a hot market means it's a good time to buy or sell. All that really means is prices. If it's a good time to buy or a good time to sell, they're kind of the opposite. If it's a good time to sell, you got a lot of buyers out there. You know, prices are going up. They say the buyer's market, there aren't many buyers, which does mean that the prices aren't going to shoot up anytime soon. Do not assume any appreciation for the near term. I do not foresee it. Plan on having to hold a house for like 5 years or so. At this point, but there are still opportunities. And there aren't many buyers. You can get some great discounts. Because how many houses are we going to show you? 43, I think, is new on the market this week. You're probably looking to buy one. So you got to find this one person. And these are just the new on the market in the last week. I didn't even go over all the other ones. I'm sure, and you can use your Redfins and your Zellos and all that. So you got a perfectly good house. And what was it? The HOA, I think this one, HOA is like $400 a month. But this is in Lake Arrowhead area. So you're going to have a lot of amenities, of course. I assume it's lake access, and you're probably not going to have to do any yard work, etc. Everything has its ups and downs, but it's only, it's only $220K. So. To be in Lake Arrowhead. Which is nice. Yeah, you got the pool, you got the lake, all kinds of other stuff there. It's really beautiful. Oh, yeah. So, obviously, this picture isn't that great. I don't know why they chose this picture to show because this one just, I don't want to say it's not marketed well. I know where these are, and I'd say that's a good description of where they're at, but there are better views. I would have picked different pictures. But so yeah, this is in the long term. This area I think is gonna see one of the up and coming areas, as they say. It's gonna be in the 5-10 years though. But I think in the long term, it's gonna be good. They were doing a lot to increase the downtown Canton. I don't like that transition. But rugs are your friend. You can break this up a lot better. And if you pick that wall a different color, we just got all these like browns in there. I think if you just paint these walls and then some rugs and different furniture, I think you're not gonna have any of those issues at all. Like they'll funky looking. But yeah, they're doing a lot to increase the access to downtown Canton, walking wise to this area. So I think this is area wise. Sorry, it's a duplex. You can buy this house, finance it with your regular financing, either your 30-year standard or with your FHAs and all that. And you can rent one side out. So that's a good way to qualify. So that's good. This would be another one. So was that first one I really like with sellers? This is my next one. It's two bedroom, 2 baths. Right? It's not just one, right? This is two bedrooms, right? Yeah, 2-unit duplex. So it does have long-term tenants may stay or vacate within 30 days notice. So you can put that within your requirements if you want them out. This might be an investor only, but you talk to them, or maybe you do like a extended closing type of thing. There's many ways to make the deals work sometimes, but I like this one. If you were looking to get into a house, and you can rent that other side out. That way you can live on your own. It's a little bit of a tough area. If you're willing to put up with that, I think in the long term, if you're going to hold this for a long time, 5-10 years, you're going to be in a good situation when that term is through. 350. Why did I pick this one? That just also was a good example. It's not really a great deal. It's about a fair price. I just wanted to share this one with you. This little area, you've got really good school districts. Of course, this will go to your Cherokee High School. But it's also, it's a small neighborhood. You can get better. It's a bunch of, not a small neighborhood. It is a kind of small neighborhood. I think you can find better, but this is about fair for this area. Yeah, I think adding some color to those walls is going to make it look less like a box. Not really a great deal, but it's fair. I like this one, River Green. You get into River Green. Anytime you get into River Green, I didn't check the HOA. Anytime you get in the River Green neighborhood for 305, you're not doing too bad. I would recommend this one. River Green goes up to like $750,000 to $1 million houses, but those are different than this. And a $280 a month HOA, but you get a lot. So you're not going to do any yard work. You got the pool. You got a bunch of trails back there. It's a nice place. It's a good area if you're looking for, as they say, location. It's a good one. If it works for you, 3 bedroom, 2.5 bath, 1,600 square foot. Obviously, it's got its downsides. If you were looking for a single family home, that is not it. 2.6. I think I checked this one. I didn't even look at it earlier. So where are we at? Okay, this is like behind the Kroger and all that. I don't think I know this neighborhood. 2 bedroom, 2 bath. and townhouse in the heart of Canton. Well, it's not in the heart of. Let's say in the heart of Canton. No, it's not in the heart of Canton. I don't think I've ever noticed this area before, to be honest with you. $269 for a 2-bedroom. I mean, it seems like a good. Oh, and there's my alert on my phone to do this. I'd want to go see that. I'm interested in this. Only $120 a month HOA. Does it say what they cover? There are no HOA restrictions on rentals, and HOA covers the roof, gutters, yard maintenance, and landscaping for the front cushion. And no yard work. You don't want to worry about a roof for $120 a month. So it says no restrictions on rentals, which tells me there's probably a lot of rentals in there. So be aware of that. But if you want to see that one, let me know. I might go take a visit anyways. Why did I select this? This is probably be a pretty good example of what you get. This is Prominence Point area. 375. You get some pretty nice. Oh, maybe that's why it's a little bit bigger than most of them, and it's got a yard. A lot of the things I don't like about this Prominence Point area, they got like really small yards. This looks like a nice one. Prominence Point. The point is a prominent. That's a nice little. So is that art, or is that what they call art, or is that drywall mud? I think that's drywall mud. I thought it was some like modern art. Maybe it is modern art. I don't know. Do paint those walls and don't put this picture in, I would say. That's cool for a kid's room. Yet again, that's cool for a kid's room. Cooler than my kid's room was. Sorry, Mom. Yeah, you get a yard. Dude, none of the yards are big there. Yeah, at least you got a yard. It's bigger than most, and you got a garage. So, it's a good affordable area, especially if you don't like doing yard work. Let's zoom out. Did I miss anything? Did I miss anything? Did I miss it? What, 310? So I usually just go through and see what catches my eye. 310, 2-bedroom, 2-bath. Like it. It's a good option. It's a good option. 2-bedroom, 2-bath. This might be good for a rental, like a land, or not land, roommate plan. That's the one. It's a good roommate plan. You're going to school, young couple, young professionals, etc. You need help. Oh, yeah, another thing, if you're looking for a smaller place to downsize, an idea of that's the grab handle to get out of the shower is my guess. It seems a little far away from the shower, but who am I to judge? Just some guy talk. I don't know why. I think this has a good location. I don't know why I checked this one. It's a good location. That's probably why I checked this one. In the Bridge Mill area, etc. Okay, listed for 335 between Town Lake and the Bridge Mill areas. Let's take a look what we got. So it could be this is for the area, it's pretty affordable. 335, they're into about 1,400 square foot. In the Etowah High School. All right, I'm liking this one so far. All right, I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. I saw, I believe. So what caught my so I saw the lines. I don't know what they want these color these walls. I think if you change the color of these walls, you can very much change the feel of this house very easily. And it just seemed like they got this pretty nice kitchen. And I think if you just did something contrasting, like a brighter color to brighten this up, this is what caught my eye. What? And you could do some really cool stuff with that. And it's also a little shorter because it's got like a little like a fisheye type lens effect on it. This is really cool. I like all these. You could do some really cool stuff if you wanted to paint some different accent walls type of thing. I don't like not accent walls as I say, but you just had a little bit of different colors here and there. Or if you are into the accent walls, more power to you. If you do it right, you can really change the house. Most people don't do them right though. Just say, oh no, was that the primary bedroom with the attic access in there? Eek. 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 And you got like the nice, like in there relaxing in your bed, in your master suite or primary suite. And you look up at that all day, every day. It's gonna be drafty too. You're always gonna be thinking like, did I change the air conditioning filter? I gotta go up there to change the air conditioning filter. And you can at least you can make that look better. So you can see all the screws coming through it, the bolts coming through it. So you can make that look better at least. That's unfortunate that they had to put that there. So you made me lose track of the. Oh yeah, it's a good deal on a good house. It looks like a good house. I think you do some really cool stuff with that. I like that one. 206 Park Place. 310, similar area. Wait, 2-bedroom. That was a 3-2, wasn't it? Yeah, that was a 3-2, 335. Check that one out. 22309. It's a pretty small one. Pretty small. We'll call it charming. It's not small, it's charming. Okay, get into that one. There was one over. That's like, oh yeah, it's 300,000 right here. Just cheaper than usual. Oh. If you want to be closer to Woodstock, there aren't too many options. Oh, they caught my eye. Didn't fully see it. It was like 300,000 single family home without an HOA. It's my guess. Near Woodstock, we got to check this one out. Let's see what the opportunities is. As if you may, Woodstock is obviously quite popular. To where I don't even go for Woodstock houses very much because there aren't too many opportunities in the 400,000 minus. Especially that aren't like little condos, etc. Okay, so it looks to be. So my guess is it's gonna. Need just cosmetic stuff. Let's take a look. How bad are we looking? You can do there aren't a whole lot of buyers out. You know, if you get one that's you can see, it's fine. But even if you just wanted to do nothing, obviously put down some rugs here if you wanted to do new flooring in. You can paint that, paint these. Yeah, that way you can get in and do it all yourself. But paneling is on the eye of the beholder. Yeah. So a lot of reason they like the wood trim on there. They are difficult to paint. You gotta use because they're oil based usually on there. So you're gonna have to paint them a lot, but yeah, just painting those white's gonna make it change up. And the trim white, it's gonna change everything. Painting the doors white, said it can be a while. It's not an easy paint, but I think just doing that alone is gonna change the whole vibe, a whole lot of this house. Yeah, I like this one. You know, nothing major. If you want to, you can do all this yourself. If you're remotely handy. Yeah, good job. Check that one out. I got a few good ones on my list today. Last week I didn't have really much I was too excited about. Well, let's see what else do we got. We got a couple other, yeah, see, 2 2s. Yeah, oh, 3 bedroom, 3 bath. Oh, yeah, something like that 1,000 square foot. That's tiny for a 3 2. It's hard to get in any 3 bedroom, 2 bath into 1,100 square feet. It's not easy. Usually, like, you need at least 1050 minimum, so you only got like 100 square foot extra in the house to do whatever miscellaneous. All right. So let's go back up. What? Oh, $200,000. I know why this one caught my eye. What are we gonna get? All right, so before I even look at the pictures, see, I can't even see it. So this is 92. You're gonna get a lot of good opportunities in this area. I think because you get Ackworth over here, and you got Woodstock over here, and you got Kennesaw here, and you got this whole stretch of 92, which is a very good connector between 575 and 75, especially, you know, like going right there. So you get some good deals in this area, and you're still good access here. So I would recommend if this little stretch of houses right here, you get some good opportunities. Well, let's see what we got for 200,000. Oh, it's the mobile, right? No, not. Tenant occupied. You do not want. If you're buying an investment property, almost always speaking, you do not want their tenants. I do know people that have had it turn out well for them. I worked with someone a couple years ago. They bought this house that had been in the house they were looking for an investment property. They had bought the house and the tenant had been there for years. And it's been a few years since they got it, and I believe that tenant is still there. So some tenants stay for years and years. 10 years plus, especially in a good school district. Oh, I see the photo taker. That's kind of creepy, isn't it? See their shadow? But you know, as you can tell in this picture too, and as that other one, these are smartphone pictures, so they're not the best. But I like it. But that was probably just for the rental. Usually it would be you take pictures when you have it up for rent. To put it up for rent, you don't need the greatest pictures. Then when you put it up for sale there's a tenant in there, you can't really send a photographer in there. So you just use the pictures that you had before. That's another important tip that I have learned. If you buy a property that you might want to sell one day, just get professional pictures taken. Even just to rent it, even though you don't need them to rent it, because if chances are, if you want to get them, if you want to sell it, and you want to get pictures taken, to get it put on the market. That's what you're gonna want. That way you don't have to worry about waiting to get the people out to get pictures, etc. You can already have the pictures ready to run. Professional picture only, $300 to $500 max. Right. So we're kind of solid. That's why so this is obviously you're gonna have good if you're going to university. Yeah, it's university. So I'm a native up here, so I still heard Kennesaw College. I've been here a long time. Kennesaw wasn't even a university. It was just a community college. Back when I was a kid. That's anything when you're trying to highlight the opportunity in Kennesaw, if you're like say you're in got someone studying in school, you can buy a place, rent it out, at least that way, then rent out to your roommates, etc. It's a good investment opportunity. 285. You can get better deals in this area, in my opinion. I don't know why I checked the 249. We're getting near Ackworth. So let's take a look. 2-bedroom, 2.5 bath. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I went over this one last week, and actually I just like the day before last week I drove right by this one. Yeah, some of there are some affordable options here. They're up and coming still, shall we say, in some spots around there. But yeah, it looks nice. I think this would be definitely a very good investment opportunity for rentals, or if you're, I'd say your values are definitely going to be up in the next 5-10 years in this area as well. So I think it's a good they can basically call it a base hit. That's not going to be a home run, but it's going to be a good opportunity. Because then look at this, 400,000 right down the street, 2-bedroom, 2-bath. It's obviously nicer, but it gives you an idea. I don't think I went over that one. All right, keep on moving, keep on rolling. All right, dude. I just wanted to check this one out. Take me that close to the lake. I went over this one last week. Didn't I? No, apparently not. I think I did. No, maybe not. I don't remember this stuff. I don't know why they picked that floor to go with that counter. We call it a little hodgepodge, shall we say. But it looks nice, all in all structural. And it's big, 4.2. I mean, actually, it's not really that big. But if it's a 4.2 and that type of ranch, it's probably like 1,500 square foot. Is my guess. No, I did see this one. I remember that. This was on there last week. They must have taken it off, relisted it, or maybe it was coming soon, and maybe that's what happened. Oh, 185. Did I miss this one? We got a mobile home near the lake. So, mobile homes, as long as you are on a foundation, you can get financing. 2,100 square feet. What is this? A triple wide? How do they get that many square feet out of this? I mean, it's 185, 4-bedroom, 2-bath. And you can get financing on them as long as you're on a solid foundation. Hey, I see. That's a good investment opportunity right there. I didn't check the HOA in case it might be in some of all these like lakeside communities have them, but that's a good or lot fees. What's the lot fee? I'm not gonna get into it. But you want to check that out. That's a good opportunity though. You know, you can rent that out. You'll be able to, get your money back on that one for cash flow. Oh, I'm getting into Cartersville. I need to hurry. So I don't think I'm going to get in. Oh, I went over this one last week. I'm going to go over it again. Downtown Cartersville. I'm just going to do a quick over this one. I like this one. Yeah, it's going to need some work, obviously, but it's all in all pretty good from what I remember. Trim all these things up, get them all, take them all down, get rid of them. You're going to have a lot of paint scraping to do, but this is a cutie patootie. As long as you don't have a whole lot of rot around these windows. I haven't looked at it since last week. See, it'd be scraping a lot, but I mean the walls and the floor, this looks maybe like a 40s bungalow type thing. You can be scraping the ceilings. Think of it as a blank can. Wait, no, it's. So, what I would do, I forget how the actual layout was. You want to, if you were to renovate this, take down this wall, bust that hole out thing. I don't know if you can see me. Take this whole thing out. You want to take that out. Just push it, that wall further. And you can add your storage in somewhere else. See, you got storage right there. I know what I'm talking about. I think this is behind that wall. So you got another washer spot. Obviously you need some work, but I like this one. I recommend it. Anytime you can be walking distance to a downtown, I think over looking into the future, that's going to be more and more desirable. I don't think gas prices are getting much cheaper. Do you? And they've been investing a lot of money into the downtown and getting, what, 250? You'd want to be ideally across the thing with 250 for a 2-bed and 2-bath. I don't know. I'm sure it probably seems like a fair price, but that'll be up to you. They don't pick a great picture to highlight right here. So, that one is better. You see, it doesn't show up. You see how it shows up. That doesn't really grab your curb appeal, does it? So it doesn't even make you want to click. 210. So I like this one. It's closer to the downtown area. So you can walk around, ride your bike, etc. Oh, I don't keep closing it out. 2-bedroom, 1-bath, 742. Obviously not the best place for if you have 15 children. But I like it. Pretty well maintained. Brick. What could we do? What would I do to make this thing pop a little better? And those are, so I'll go on and on about plants but as much as I don't like those, they're pretty cool, especially if you like SpongeBob. But I do think they still take away from the house. But I gotta give them credit for the SpongeBobs. Let me guess where you park your car. About right here. Yeah, if you clean that up, make it look more like a real driveway, not just like a spot that someone parks in your yard. That's gonna really help your cover feel. Because this is cute. Especially if you like green. It's cool. I like that backsplash idea. Oops, I didn't mean to shake the camera. Like exterior sighting. Excuse me. Okay, so you come in this way, living room. That's a small living room, isn't it? Bedroom. Yeah, it's 800 square feet. You only get so much. I've lived in I don't know about smaller, but that size at least. And you got a good location. And how much was it? 2 something, right? 210. I recommend this. See, I'm getting a lot of opportunities today. I think we're on 4 or 5 that I would recommend you take a look at, because they're not far down the street. I think this one's probably overpriced. Oh, the large lot might be the difference, and it's obviously a good bit bigger, right? I think, yeah, twice as big. I don't know. I do. So let's make a. How can we? What would make? See, trim up those. Oh, is that? I think that's good. So, asbestos. I think this is asbestos siding. I'm not sure. It might be metal. Yeah, actually, I think it might be metal. Sorry. Asbestos siding is actually pretty decent product. It's in if you don't mind the cosmetics of it, and as long as it doesn't break, you can find replacement things that look like it. So remove these shutters, trim off all the not the shutter, the eaves, awnings. Trim up all this stuff. See, got a good roof on it. Yeah, actually, you know what? If we paint that siding, trim up all these things, rid of that awning, this house is gonna look a lot better. Especially if you add a little bit of contrast in these little I can't even, oh my gosh. Amazing words you can't think of when there's a camera on you. Look at that ceiling. That's gonna be a pain in the butt, I'll be honest with you, to get that off. Especially if it is a decent chance. I don't know. Won't get into that one, but it's not gonna be easy to get off. How about that? They really shouldn't have done that. They really shouldn't have done that. Might probably just be best to go over it after you take it off. The drywall guy's gonna be making some money. Sealants, making dry sealants look good. Especially if you're going to that amount of scraping. You're probably gonna want pros in there to do that. This thing is gonna need some work. It's big. As he said. I don't know if they're gonna get that. Especially with, I'd rather pay $60,000. I haven't even looked at this one. I'd rather pay $60,000 more for an extra bedroom. And this one. Let's see if I can actually stay true. See, you got better landscaping. Let's see if I can hold my. I just said things. Let's see if I can justify that. Much better yard. See, at least the tree out front. It's when you get the plants too close to your house, it just takes away from your house itself. This is a little bit further set out, so it does just offer more privacy. So I like that better. Oh yeah, trim those babies down, get them out of there. I like those. Those are cool though, especially with that kind of thing. Let's see, you got wood chips. Is that wood chips? You do not want those near your house. You do not want them near your house. It is wood. It is water. It keeps warmth there. Termites like wood and water. They come to eat that stuff, and then they go, look at this place right beside it. This place looks tasty too. Yeah, I like this one a lot better. Obviously more finished. Wait, what? Like the. So what I don't like. Oh, okay. They're really into that open thing. Now I see. Obviously, those things are. Just this was common like 10, 15 years ago or so. People would put in these shelves. I think it was on HGTV and all that type of stuff. Yeah, if you're actually looking to use your kitchen as storage, which is one of the things you're almost always looking for. Oh, what's that? That sink, or that farmhouse sink. But yeah, you put these up for storage, but yeah, then, or you put them up to like to display all your nice plates and etc. And yeah, it's really just a way to make it look nice and for the person to not have to buy extra cabinets. It saves a lot of money. And it's good in theory, but then when you actually like live there, it's not the best, in my opinion. Maybe you have nicer plates than I that you want to show off, though. 255. Well, so I like the brick, and I was like, what in the world is this, a garage? I gotta check this one. What do you do on this? Like is that a rooftop on there? Let's check this out. So we're getting a little further away from downtown, but you're still in the downtown area. 2 bedroom, 2 bath. It's a condo. Skimming through, skimming through, skimming through. Okay, I didn't miss anything. I don't think I did. We do it live. Okay. It's unique. I just don't get what is that. So is that a garage? It's like a flat roof on it. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that before. This is nice. This is what I would call move-in ready, especially if you like that wallpaper. Maybe you want to get rid of that wallpaper. That's up to you. I'm feeling this original late 90s, early 2000s wallpaper. That's cool. That's nice. I like this one all in all. What was the price on it? I want to know more about this thing though. Is that a flat roof garage? It's kind of cool. Yeah, I'll check it out. 255. Oh. Let me check. I didn't check what's the HOA? 220 a month. I assume that covers your yard and all that. All right. Underlay, Alan, underlay. Oh, 300,000 new construction. I checked this one out last week. Or one in the neighborhood, the reserve. 300,000, pretty good. The schools are usually pretty good, but double check what they got. I got my coffee. Oh, I know why I checked that one. I think this would be a really good opportunity because we're right near the hospital. Should be a really good opportunity, to do a rental thing like that if you want to try to target nurses, etc., doctors that might be visiting, etc. You can do medium-term rents, or if you're working there, you can get a roommate. This would be ideal for that. 2 bedroom, 2.5 bath townhouse. These are often good, obviously a good bit cheaper, and you can have a roommate plan. So you can really get into a house quite affordably if you can afford, to manage having a roommate and all that. And if you can rent them out somehow beforehand with like a contract, you can actually get credit for that when you go to apply. So check into that. Like to get apply for financing. Move-in ready and investor special. I don't know how this is an investor special and move-in ready. You don't usually see those two things, especially kind of on the high end of the market. Oh, well, how am I going to have an investor special at the high end of the market? Oh, Someone's car lost their oil. It's not behind another market, depending on. There is about the right price for a cheaper new construction in the area. I don't know. Let's keep on going up. 75, 380. Why did I highlight this one? It's big. Oh, it's coming soon too. 5-bedroom, 3-bath, 2750. 5 beds. Need a nestled on 2/3 of an acre with absolutely no HOA restrictions. What could we do here? What? Since you got 5, you could do. Yeah, I don't know. You got a lot of kids. 280. I like it. So we looking cute. Where you can still be in the country a good bit up here, but you're convenient to 75. This quaint country cottage is a historic home surrounded by lush, professionally landscaped gardens. Okay. Oh, I think we might have different definitions of historic going by, though. Yeah. I don't really know. This is historic. Got the ceiling tiles again. Did you see that? As long as they're adhered okay, you can deal with it. I wouldn't make your house a construction site just to. Okay, that is cute. However, what I learned is if you buy a house that was previously owned by a landscaper, it leaves you a lot of work because all that stuff needs maintenance, or else it's just be an overgrown thing. I really do yard work in my house. That's cute though. I like it. Yeah. Hopefully that looks better in person. It's gonna be hard to tell, especially with that old I don't know. I like I said, they're not showing you too much of the yard, but I really kind of have to, because the person that's gonna buy this has to have some landscaping skills, or they're just gonna getting into the yard now. See, this is hard. This isn't too bad because you don't have a lot of plants to cut or whatever. You have to know your plants and you have to do all this work. Is that a fire? Surely not. See, that looks like a lot of work to me. And probably a lot of people. But it's cute. That is going to be the ideal house for someone. Oh yeah, this is. I hinted at this one earlier. This is what you got. You're just putting a listing something for a low price, and it's gonna go higher. And obviously, it needs a lot of work, but that thing ain't going anywhere. So we got that stone. Assuming there's no termites in there, you got stone walls and a metal roof. That thing's gonna be there long past we are here, as long as you maintain a metal roof. So it's got a good septic tank, original breaker box and wiring, which means you need to redoing all of your wiring probably, unless assuredly. So it does say it has a mini split and central dining area. So that means they have electricity with an air conditioner running. Potential 2-bedroom, 1-bath rental or rebuild with a larger structure. And it's $65,000. I assume that's gonna, and your lot's gonna cost that. I assume so. Opportunity. So it says they had a mini split and they've got a window unit here. Maybe I don't know if it's talking about the same things or. Mini split also has heat. Mini split is kind of like a mini air conditioner. They are really cool. One of the great advancements of the last 10 years. Last house, we're up in Adairsville, $315. What do you get for $315,000? Last one. So you can visibly get a lot more for your money, right? If you go up to Adairsville. I've been into it. The 75 corridor, I really like the whole thing. Every about 15 miles or so, you got a good small town connecting between two larger towns. Adairsville is kind of like the middle ground between Cartersville and Calhoun, because Calhoun's a bigger city than you might think. And then you got Calhoun up to Dalton. And you got Dalton up to Chattanooga. So you got a lot. Chattanooga area is growing as well. This whole corridor, you got the industrial, like flooring stuff, like in Dalton. You got a lot of industrial stuff too. This whole corridor, I think in the future is going to have great growth over the years, and again, long-term stability, shall we say. Especially we're doing connecting Rome better through Cartersville, Canton, and we're doing work on 20 to connect it to Cumming and over to Gainesville, which also has the inland port right there. So I think we're doing a lot, almost like a corridor for jobs going up this way. The thing I don't like I really like going up I-75, but your jobs corridor is still mainly headed south way to Atlanta. And like once you get past Jasper, there's not a whole lot of jobs. You roam out here, you got your roam out here. I like this whole jobs corridor. This is my favorite area for longer term thinking. This is where I'd be looking. Or if you can get something right up into here, because once you get into LJ, you're talking in the mountains. There's not a whole lot of I understand there aren't a lot. The big job corridors, like corporate jobs and things, you're gonna be limited once you get up here. But this whole area, all the way up, strong. It's all the way down here is strong. Obviously, it's just a different approach when you get the LJ and all that. You got jobs and you got money, but I didn't even go into this one. 315, 2,000 square foot, 3 bedroom, 2 bath, $51 a month HOA. Let's see. And this is going to be our last one, and I'll bid you adieu. I'll say what I got coming up this week. What, did they have that same car park in there? I'm going to be doing a video in the next couple of days of why it's a great time to buy and why it's a horrible time to buy right now. Depending on your situation. See, there are opportunities. There are good opportunities. You just have to get out there and make offers. You only need one. As long as you are upfront with your agent about what you're looking for and what you need, it should be fun. What you don't want to do is just send out a whole bunch of offers. Do they just throw it out? Okay. I couldn't tell if they just like rolled out of bed and did that or if that was like placement. It's kind of weird, especially because it's like the summertime. I don't know why you put all those blankets on there. But, oh, why? You gotta mess it up. I was gonna end everything on a perfect see you next week. This is a great thing of this house. And you have these tiles should not be mixed together. Maybe it looks better in person. So I like Subway tiles. Admittedly, they are bland and they are nice and clean. It's hard to contrast them with things, shall we say. That's exactly maybe it looks better in person. You should take a look at it. Don't not buy a house because you don't like one little tiny thing about it. There are things I don't like about my house. No house is perfect. All righty. See y'all next week. Bye bye.